many things that made me incredibly proud to be at that podium during this historic moment. Again, this is a historic administration. I'm a historic figure, and I certainly walk in history every day, but this is also a historic making administration because of this president.
I'm a historic figure. Wow. Now that's quite a statement. Karine is the 35th White House press secretary. I was the 33rd. And let's be clear, no White House press secretary is a, quote, historic figure.
Hey there, guys. Welcome to the channel. Guys, I think it's been way too many days since we've talked about our second favorite diversity hire gone bad, Karine Jean-Pierre. Now, usually the questions we highlight, they're just complicated ones that she has a hard time with. But this time, Peter Ducey asks a pretty straightforward question. Why is it that even with all the president's gaslighting on the economy, and why is it that even with the Build Back Better agenda allowing us all to work as many jobs as we possibly can get our hands on instead of enjoying our lives, why do they still believe that the economy is absolute trash? Well, I thought you guys really needed to see her answer.
But why do you think it is that when you say the economy is improving and President Biden says the economy is improving, that a majority of Americans outside of this building are not buying it?
Yeah, so there's only about 1 million totally liberal, prototypical ways that she can answer this. She can talk about COVID, she can talk about supply chains, talk about inflation, and that they have bravely been slowing down as much as they possibly can, as much as humanly possible. Any of those things, they generally pacify the average 30%er. She could say literally anything.
Well, here's the thing. When we walked into this administration, the economy was on a tailspin. That is the fact. Because of the last administration, because of the Trump administration, because of how they dealt with COVID and the pandemic, because they didn't have a comprehensive plan. The president came in, he passed the American Rescue Plan, which was able to get the economy back on its feet, which was able to open up small businesses were able to open up, schools were able to open up, and we understand what Americans have been feeling over the last 2-3 years. It's going to take some time. We get that. It's going to take some time, but it does not take away how we have seen the economy getting back on its feet. We actually had to fix the problem that we saw that the last administration left.
Guys, look at her face right there. I honestly, I don't even think she's trying to fool anyone. I think that she actually believes the words that she's saying. And guys, liberals have zero clue. They've always said zero clue, but they have zero clue about history. And apparently they don't even understand their own very, very recent history, because she talks about getting small business open like it's some massive part of, President Biden's grand plan. I don't know who wants to tell her, but it was liberal governments in liberal states that actually closed business. It was liberals that shut down schools and basically brought most of the country to a complete and total standstill, while at the same time they literally demonized and tried to destroy people like Ron DeSantis or anyone who dared do something different. They were the people handing out vaccine cards and COVID passports and all kinds of other insane Orwellian type junk. They shut down and they crippled supply lines, and then they used it as an excuse to justify spending trillions and trillions of dollars, or at least trying to legislate trillions and trillions of dollars, that all it would do was expand power and control, which, surprise, all that money caused massive inflation. Now, I know it's almost tiresome to say, and especially as often as we say it, but we really did have a pretty fantastic economy that was working for most people, actually the most people it's ever worked for leading up to the pandemic. And it wasn't anything magical. It wasn't due to some new magic federal bureaucracy that Trump created, any new regulations. It was the opposite. All we did was get the mechanisms of government out of the way as much as possible. And honestly, we had one of the best economies that we've ever had in this country. And really funny how that works, and funny how they want to rewrite it and reframe it. And that's all she's doing. All she's doing is twisting facts, twisting what little history she actually thinks that she understands, right? But that's what Democrats do, and that's what they have to do to survive. When you're the party of segregation and slavery, when you literally created the welfare state that is still the only real example of the systemic racism you keep banging people over the heads with, well, you pretty much have to twist and turn until enough people are confused enough to still vote for you. So that's what they do. And now, after shutting down schools, after threatening you and your livelihood till you stuck as many needles as you could possibly find in your arm, and now they're trying to convince literally everyone that it was all Donald Trump's fault, even as things continue to get worse. Same old story, same old operation. Cause a problem, squeeze it for every bit of extra power and control you can, as quick as you can. And when it all goes bad, blame the other guys. And if that doesn't work, just say the name Hitler enough times and you should be in the clear, you should be okay. That is what they do. Luckily, or unluckily, depending on how you look at it, we've reached like a sort of terminal velocity. Things have gotten so bad and liberal gaslighting has gotten so extreme and so crazy that people are really starting to wake up. It is almost having no effect. And, I'm sure a lot of these people who are waking up, they must be pretty damn confused, like waking up from a freaking coma. But, we'll see how things go. The more people that wake up, we'll see how things go. But I thought you guys would appreciate a little dose of KJP. I know that we haven't seen her in a while. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. We'll see you in the next one.